Winter storm warnings and advisories are in effect in 22 states, which affects major cities like Chicago and right here in New York City. More than 90 million people are now bracing for a major snowstorm that's barreling its way from the U.S. plains to the East Coast, leaving dangerously freezing temperatures in its wake. Meteorologist Addison Green of Weathernation TV is on the phone from Minneapolis to tell us exactly what to expect. Hey, Addison, I know you're busy on a day like this. How big is this thing and how bad has it been so far?
Hi, Debbie. The system has really been starting to work its way across from the Ohio River Valley, starting to make its way towards the Northeast recently, and it's supposed to get much worse before it's going to get better. It's already brought a lot of snow across portions of the Ohio River Valley, and it could lead up to some spots getting half a foot to over 1.5 feet when all is said and done by Friday afternoon.
And as it's marching across the country, is it gaining in strength? Is it picking up precipitation and wind?
It is forecasted to gain in strength later on tonight. There's actually two storm systems coming together, one a clipper system from the Midwest, another a system out of the Gulf of Mexico. Both have been working together to come up towards the Northeast throughout the day today. And later on tonight, they're supposed to merge together and it starts to strengthen and get stronger. And you're going to start to see the wind start to pick up out of the Northeast, across the Northeast, at speeds of about 20 to 30 miles per hour plus. And it's going to really make the visibility get reduced down to a quarter of a mile or less, and that's why there are blizzard warnings up along the coast of the Gulf of Maine, as well as in Cape Cod and on Long Island.
And is the wind what you're most worried about with this storm, or just the combination of wind and snow?
It's going to be a combination of everything, the wind and the snow at first, and then the cold air coming in behind it. Most locations, starting in Philadelphia and going all the way up north to the Canadian border, will have temperatures feeling at or below 0 degrees as you go in towards Thursday night into Friday morning.
And what kind of damage is this going to do for people who thought they were going to travel in the next 24 hours?
Well, we've already seen numerous flights delayed or canceled. I believe the last time I checked was over 5,000 flights delayed, over 1,000 flights canceled. So it's already making a huge impact travel-wise. And, I mean, this isn't a busy weekend. It's not like it's a holiday weekend or something. So travel shouldn't be hugely impacted across the country, but nonetheless it is already leaving an ugly footprint behind.
As this, Addison, gets to the East Coast, where are going to be the worst hit areas?
Worst hit areas are going to be up and across portions of New England around the Boston area, just in south and east of the city. They're expecting to see snowfall totals ranging about 12 to about 16 inches plus from Brocktown to Plymouth towards Hyannis. There's blizzard warnings in those areas as well as up the Gulf of Maine's coastline. And even Long Island could be dealing with 6 to 10 inches of snow, but then you're talking about snow drifts, which can make those snowfall totals even higher.
It seems like this is a relatively fast-moving system. Is that right?
Yes, this isn't supposed to be hanging around too long. The worst is going to be coming around the time frame of late tonight and towards early tomorrow morning. So it's a short period of time, and thankfully it's during the least travel time of the day, I should say. But nonetheless, Friday morning's commute will definitely be a slow one for many folks in Boston, around New York City, and all adjacent areas as well.
I hate to even ask this question because we're still bracing for this one that hasn't yet gotten here, but is there anything coming behind it, or will we have a little bit of peace to recover from this storm?
There is going to be just a little bit of a break. Actually, the worst is going to be over, and then they're going to see conditions improving as you go through the rest of the weekend. Temperatures are actually going to be on the rise, which should help melt a lot of that snow, but unfortunately, a quick melt plus another system coming through by Sunday into Monday that could be bringing rain. You could be talking about some areas getting some localized flooding, and then a big blast of Arctic air comes from the Midwest and going to the East Coast. You could be dealing with temperatures so cold we haven't seen numbers like that since about 20 or 30 years ago.
Wow, well, aren't you just a fount of good news? Addison Green, thank you so much. I know you're busy. We'll let you get back to it. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, Debbie. Anytime.
Take care. 3 people remain in critical condition in Minneapolis, Minnesota, following the New Year's Day fire that injured more than a dozen people and displaced even more. The city's fire chief is looking at a possible natural gas leak as the cause of the explosion that engulfed the apartment complex. Wednesday's firefighting efforts were hampered by the frigid cold. As firefighters aimed their hoses at the flames, water gushed from windows and doorways, forming icicles on window frames and leaving the street slick and icy. No fatalities have been reported.